Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll drop the throw. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And that is incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight, because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
And they hand it off to Dorsett. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hayes. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Hayes. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. On the give, this is Dorsett. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run feels like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On the toss, it's Dorsett. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll go with the keeper. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Leopard. Leopard. Hot.
Try to punch it in with Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal. He'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A beautiful spin and room to run. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
All right, now, look at 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he coughed it up. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find the crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up the 3rd down.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. The game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Back there to that Philly. Here we go. Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Back to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Dorsett. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Set. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brady. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This is taken at the 3. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, it's caught on the right side at Smith. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he lost the football. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They'll set up a throw. On the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Detroit!
Back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll drop to throw. And he finds Julius Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a big 32-yard play on third. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Smith trying to run for it. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That defensive front four has been very good. They have just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like forward-down defense.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, Tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
11 more on that one and another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Over! Now let's go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now a give to Taylor. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says, let's take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? First throw now for the backup Bortles. Out to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Brady. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Detroit!
Taylor gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll run. It's Dorsett. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing.